Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Hope that now that the weather's getting better, you're able to get out and enjoy some fresh air. I know we've all been kind of cooped up for a while, and man, these are crazy times. Um, it's so weird how fast the world can change. And even though this is much different, the only thing I can really relate it to is about 13 years ago when I lost my boys, Jake and Travis, and just how dark the world seemed then. And in those moments, I did not know how I was going to get through it. I didn't know if I would even survive. And I knew the only way to do that was through God's grace and His Son Jesus. Now, I'm not a preacher. My dad was, and he was a good one. Um, but I'm not. But I do think it's important to share my faith, share my life, um, and some of the things I've gone through, which I think can help people and give them some hope. Um, if I go back to those days when I lost Jake and Travis, I really didn't know what to do. Um, they were gone, and one night my world was turned totally upside down, and I was just crushed. I loved those two boys with everything that I had. Um, but my faith was strong, and even though I could have questioned God and been mad at God, and I was in the beginning, um, I knew that He was the only one who was going to carry me through that whole thing. And I totally relied on Him. I totally relied on my faith. And the only reason I'm here talking to you today is because of my faith. Um, and I think we can kind of relate some of that to what's going on now. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of darkness in the world right now. And people just don't really know what to do. So um, I kind of go back to some things my dad told me. Um, One time, Dad just said Jesus was either crazy or he was exactly who he said he was. And it was kind of funny at the time, but you know, a lot of people back then thought Jesus was crazy. Um, but through the years, through my experiences, I know that he was exactly who he said he was. And the power that God gives us to overcome anything in our lives is amazing. Um, Another thing that Dad said, and it was, right before he died, which was about a year ago, um, I remember talking to him on the phone, and he said, "It's scary thinking about dying, but," he goes, "I have Jesus with me in life, and I'll have Jesus with me in death." And so I thought that was such a positive way to look at things. And he really didn't seem to be afraid of dying. He didn't want to die, I know that, when he did, but um, he was totally committed in his faith, and he knew where he was going once he died. And I think all of us need to think about that. I know that when I die, I'm going to see my boys again one day, and that's some great hope. I mean, we all have hope in this world, but the real source of hope is through God and His Son Jesus. And many of you know that. If you don't, I would seriously recommend looking into it or finding someone to talk to that knows, um, the Bible and knows the deep commitment and how it changes your whole heart when you turn your life over to God. So I would highly recommend that, especially in these days when, none of us know what the future holds. And we don't really know that from day to day. So don't take a single day for granted. Trust in God, and it doesn't mean everything's going to be perfect in life. Believe me, I know that. I mean, I lost my boys, and I never thought that would happen. But I know that God, is going to make things right in the end. So even though as hard as it is every day to think about being without them and missing them, I know that one day I will see them again. So there's always hope. There's always light in the darkness, and that's my main point. So I was down here playing on my guitar one night, and some words came to me. And so I just wrote this song. It's just a simple song. It's nothing fancy. I'm not like a great songwriter or anything, but I just thought these words spoke a lot to all of us based on what we're going through right now, or anytime, basically. So I'm going to sing that. Hope you like it. And just always know there's hope, and there's always light in the darkness. The song's called We Believe. I see the light in the darkness that surrounds us. I get on my knees, lift my hands and pray. Don't be afraid, shout to God, in Him we trust. God loves you forever, today in every way. We believe, we believe, we believe. We see the light, we see the light, we see the light. If you lose your hope, He has the answer. Surrender to Him, trust in Him, and let Him do the work. He will never leave you and be with you forever. Be calm, stay positive, and don't go berserk. We believe, we believe, we believe. We see the light, we see the light, we see the light. I see the light in the darkness that surrounds us. Get on my knees, lift my hands and pray. Don't be afraid, God loves you forever. believe. We see the light, we see the light.